gentlemen, from the recesses of your mind, it is morning mumbles time. How's everyone doing? Cyborg Man, how you doing? Hello. Hello. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm a bit late. I understand that, but, you know, sometimes you just gotta adjust, you know? Things just gotta do. You alright? It's good to hear. Very good to hear. If you're alright in the morning, like this video, like this stream. If you're alright in the morning... By the way, if you're wondering about the title of Getting Closer and me going like this at the camera, it's because there's like a couple weeks left of school, and then exams and final projects happen. And yeah, that's exciting. I forgot to do one thing. Hold on. You'll get to see me in the background. Hold on. Finish this. What about it? Oh yeah, exams, doomsday. It's fast approaching. It is. Forgot to start recording. Dang. That's unfortunate. Whatever. Didn't get it. Now I have to get it from the VOD. Oh no! Yeah. People say that the VODs are always low quality. They are. I would say... Cause I usually record at a higher bit rate than what I stream at. Cause the maximum that Twitch allows, I think, is 6,000. I think that goes for YouTube as well. I'm not actually sure. YouTube live encoder settings. I know there's a maximum for each of them. Settings, bitrate. You want to do 1080p, 60 FPS, 4,000 to 9,000. Also, they support up to friggin' 51,000. So, I don't know why Twitch is far behind. I heard that Twitch is gonna be upgrading their limit. Is the music too loud? It's a little bit. It's a tad loud. Right around there. Cool. We have some news to talk about. We have stuff to talk about. Let's see. We have some stinky news coming in here today. I'm gonna turn off that small box. I'm not gonna show the photos of this guy, but they are funny. So there's a guy going around in Toronto, here in grand old Toronto. He's carrying around a bucket full of feces and going around and dumping it on random people in nearby universities. And the victims are primarily Asian. So I don't know what vendetta he has against Asians, but he just goes around with a bucket of poop and just dumps it on people. And he has a huge freaking grin while he does it. No one has caught this man yet, but he's been all over the news. He's been the talk of the town, the talk in our universities. We've dubbed him the pee pee poo poo man. And it's a weird thing to be worried about in 2019, near the end of 2019. But that's what we have to worry about. Just a man dumping poop on you. And I don't get why he does this. I don't know if there's some sick pleasure that he derives from it. I assume so. But you know, it's just the way it be sometime. You know, the pee-pee poo-poo man comes after you in the middle of the night and dumps a bucket of feces on you. What can you do at that point? What can you do? Curious responses. I guess you're looking for curious responses. Ask, have you ever stepped on a bug on purpose before? If yes, would you ever do it again? I wouldn't say if you're talking about on purpose, yeah, of course. Ants, because I was just bored. I'm a bored kid outside. And I don't know if that's a screwed up thing to say, but yeah, I have. I feel like ants are gonna go extinct anytime soon. They're abundant. Will you watch Star Wars? Probably. I know about. Again, I've said it before on stream, but I know about Star Wars. I've seen multiple bits of clips there. But I will eventually watch it, yeah. Since you've done it before, would you say you just step in it once to kill it, or would you also twist and drag your foot too? These are really, these are really morbid questions, but a little bit of both, I would say. Just like maybe I'll just give it like the one tap sometimes, and sometimes I'll just be in a mood or something. I'll just be like. And if you put it that way, it sounds really morbid. But I was a kid. Then again, I do that once in a while too. When I'm bored and like outside waiting for the bus, I just look down. I see a couple of ants, not doing anything. But you know, interesting question. I'll pass that on to you. Fair enough. And lastly, would you feel bad if it was a mother bug carrying her babies? I don't think I've ever seen a situation like that. It's always been like one bug. Like if we're still talking about ants, it's always been one ant, or I'll just watch it. If it's with a pack, I'll just watch it go around, and I'll be like, "Hey, buddy." I don't know if it's the mom or if it's the or someone else, or something else. I don't know, man. I don't know what answers you want from me. I guess you were curious and you were looking for responses. Okay, well, I actually asked if you ever stepped on one before because I was doing this challenge based on the movie Men in Black. Oh, right. Not sure if you've seen it before, but it's a challenge where you squish a bug like they did in the movie, and you do it on YouTube or Instagram DM. Would it be something you could participate in? I'm gonna say I'm a pass. I'm gonna say a hard no. I'm gonna say I'm a pass on that if you're alright with that. I'm gonna move on to some news about. Let's talk about Google Stadia for a second again. Google Stadia has launched. People everywhere are talking about it. People are some people are being sponsored to review it, and I don't really trust those sponsorships. There's nothing wrong with being sponsored to review something, but when it's something as indecisive and controversial as Google Stadia, it sort of taints the minds of people who follow those certain people that are being sponsored to review it. It was people were experiencing horrendous lag, horrendous input lag, I should say. Quality is not up to what they advertised. So they advertised that you could stream 4K, 60 FPS, 5.1 surround sound, you know, You can use any controller you want, which some of that is true. Red Dead Redemption 2, for example, they said it was gonna be like a 4K game. It is 4K 60 FPS, but in reality, it's a 1440p game, upscaled to 4K, and it's running at 30 FPS. Only if you do the balanced mode. They're like 3 presets. If you do the balanced mode, then you get 1080p, but you get 60 FPS. So it's a weird thing there. And what's his name? Phil said, the guy who did the presentation for Stadia. He said that it's up to the developers to do that for Stadia. Even though we have a GPU, which we advertise as 10.7 teraflops, you know, it's much faster and much more powerful than any of the consoles. He said it's up to the developers to do that. And I'm like, what? You have the most powerful GPU, let's say, and you have servers. You have powerful servers. Why would you? why would you put it on the developers? He said earlier too that if people are playing on mobile data, that phone carriers would just raise the data caps just because, you know, we're Google and we have this thing that you could play. You could play games anywhere, even on your phone, on data. Just raise the data caps for us, please. We're Google. I don't know if you heard about us. We steal your information. I don't know if you. I don't know if you. Whoops, that's wrong. I don't know if you heard. I don't know if you heard about us. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. There's nothing really. Again, I haven't tried Stadia myself, nor I don't think will anytime soon. The concept of Stadia is one that people have been trying to get to for a long time. There was a service called OnLive, where it was kind of like the same thing, almost the same thing. I don't think games were at 60 FPS, but it was essentially play your games anywhere. But Stadia comes around thinking, oh, they could never, the Google can never mess this up. They're Google. They have all the resources. They're one of the largest companies in the world. Surely they could get this right. And while the concept is cool and what they introduced at first was cool, they have half of that gone. Half of it is not at launch. And it begs the question whether we were all misled. All you could say is that, oh, you could play on your TV, then on your computer, then on your phone. But even on your phone, you still have to connect the controller via a cable. And I don't know why the Stadia specific controller that it comes with, you can only use that on your phone via a cable. It's so backwards. I think the problem with Stadia is that it's all based on internet speed. It is kind of, yeah. It is oh, Lucky Agent, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate you. Welcome to stream. Yeah, so even people with crappy internet could still get a decent experience. No problem. How you doing? Good morning. Like, recently Jacksepticeye was sponsored by Google to do some Google Stadia stuff. And he said he had crap internet. I don't know how crap that is, because you need a minimum. It doesn't matter about upload speed. It matters about download speed. You need at least 10 megabit per second for 720p, and then 30 or 40 megabit for 4K, which honestly is not that bad. If you look at the big carriers that are offering that, they offer at least maybe like 20, 30 megabits a second. You still get decent 1080p gaming. Again, it could be just that the product isn't for me. You still have to pay for the games. You still have to pay for the games to play them. and there won't be any installs or patches, but it's still like if you're paying for the monthly subscription, then you're paying that on top of, you know, $40, $50, $60. And I think that's where Microsoft will take the crown with xCloud. I mean, you just gotta have a bunch of Xbox games and exclusives. You just have to pay one flat monthly thing. You don't have to pay for the games. Oh, so yeah, that's oops, I opened up my own stream. Haha, I hate when I do that. I love this song, man. I love this. This album is called Super Lo-Fi World, if you'd like to check that out. It's on the Game Chops. They have some people on there that make some awesome songs. Some awesome, amazing songs. What else can we talk about today? Let's see here. I can talk about this for a second. Lizzo came to the what is this? The American Music Awards. If you know who Lizzo is, she's a new artist. I just recently got popular. Camera, no! Oh, speaking of camera, I forgot to show this off. So the camera I'm currently using right now is a Canon 60D. It's a good camera, but it's just not for live streaming because when I plug it in via HDMI, it doesn't output a clean signal. It doesn't output clean signal. I use third-party software on the camera called Magic Lantern to make the overlays go away. And while that takes care of that, there's also the problem of resolution. It doesn't output a full 720p or 1080p feed. It's always if you see the zoom in here, this is a zoomed in. You can see like jaggies all over my hair, my eyes. It just doesn't look like a clean image. My headphones here especially, it doesn't look very clean. So what I've done is I bought a new camera. This here right here is a Sony A5100. This is the cheapest camera that has interchangeable lenses as well. So in the future, I could get a different lens to put on this. And the one advantage of this as well is that it has clean HDMI. It can output a full 1080p via the HDMI out port, and it has continuous autofocus. So if I move around, it can track my face and keep me in focus the whole time. Whereas the Canon 60D does not have that, and I have to stay within one focus plane for the most part. And so yeah, I don't have the cord for this yet. That's coming in today. What else? I have the dummy battery and stuff. I've tested that out already, and this should be up by the next time I stream, which would be, Tuesdays. The Texor, I consider that a compliment. I looked up to the Oompa Loompas because they gave absolutely no crap. They didn't give a crap like I do now. So thank you. Boom, 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 boom. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Lizzo. Lizzo came into the American Music Awards with a tiny purse. She had just a tiny little purse, and people were memeing it all over the place, switching places with her in the bag, making the bag larger, making it such a monstrosity, making art of it, making her smaller, making her just a small thing on the red carpet. But it's this thing about, for looks, it's not practical at all. What are you gonna carry in a small purse? Tiny. Can you put like eye drops in there? Can you put, I don't know, an almond? An almond there. If you see people walking behind, by the way, construction's renovation still going on in basement downstairs. So apologies for that. But what else is here? Edge of the Stars. Oh, Frozen 2 came out. That's right. I still have yet to see Frozen 2, but I will eventually. But Frozen 2 created a global blizzard in its box office debut. So, just how many office records? With a worldwide start of $358.2 million, Frozen 2 defeated Toy Story 4 and had the biggest global opening of all time for an animated film. That is insane. That is actually insane. Wow. Defeated the 2013 original for the title, the biggest domestic November opening for an animated film. It's very specific, but big if true. And it is. Wait, I'm seeing third biggest. Oh, it's behind. It ranks third, but it lags behind Incredibles 2 and Finding Dory. Wow. Oh, in South Korea. It beat out Zootopia. Wow. And I've talked to people who've watched the film already. People like it. People really like it. And I liked the first Frozen. Sure, it got overplayed every so often, but the songs were good. Let It Go was obviously the main song, and it's still a good song. And Frozen 2 song seems to be Into the Unknown. Into the unknown, into the unknown, into the unknown. It's the morning. I can't sing. But yeah, that'll be heard all around. It's a good song. Both the Idina Menzel version and the Panic! At the Disco version. And again, I listened to some of the soundtrack on YouTube because they uploaded that a week before the movie released. And I gotta say, it's pretty good. I might see that maybe over the weekend, maybe Sunday, maybe, hopefully. Into the unknown. Okay, can I go back to Stadia for a second? I forgot to say that the Chromecasts that came with the Stadia thing, the Founders Edition, they're overheating. Just from streaming some video game footage. 4K-ish. Is the playlist over? Oh no. Okay, let's move on. Let's do Zelda. Yeah, that'll be there. I love this. I love this album. This is great. I listen to this on my phone all the time. But yeah, Stadia's just a mess. Frozen 2 box office success. I didn't mean to make that rhyme. Yeah, dude. I'd say overall win. Let's move on to COPPA. If you don't know about COPPA, it's basically Children's Online Protection Privacy Act, where YouTube has to comply with the law now because it broke the law. And now we have to mark whether or not our content's made for kids or not for kids. There's some. I predicted that the Stadia wouldn't work out. I think a lot of people predicted that. Again, it's not going to be perfect for everyone. It could be amazing for some people, but the features right now and the game selection is not good. Okay, COPPA. So we were recently. I discussed last time that if you violate a COPPA, you would be fined $42,000. And while that is still true, it's up to $42,000. Well, they most likely won't fine at all. They're gonna look at the financial situation of the creator that potentially broke the COPPA law and determine or not whether they should have a fine or not, or whether the video should be deleted or channel should be deleted. And we said that just because animation has bright colors and some videos have bright colors in it doesn't mean that they're made particularly for kids. They can be enjoyed by adults as well. And FTC came out and actually said that they acknowledged that, and that those kind of animations with obviously mature themes or themes that appeal to an older audience can are covered by COPPA. Like, they're not, those animations aren't necessarily targeted for kids, even though it is an animation, and they recognize that the subject matter is different. A lot of YouTubers pretend they have kid-friendly stuff, but they don't think about it. If a creator exploited kids and made money of them, a fine kind of makes sense. Of course, yeah. If you target kids, then that's obviously grounds for, like, if you're tracking data on those. But it's not us that's tracking data. Like, for me, like, my channel has never been intended for kids. I've never made videos specifically for a kid audience, saying under 13. In a way, it's good some of these YouTubers are being caught out. And I'm talking about all Spider-Man gets Elsa pregnant videos. It's nothing. By the way, Matt, hello. Man's out here streaming in the morning. Have you not seen, man? I've been streaming in the morning every Tuesday. Where have you been? Where have you been, dude? Anyway, welcome. Good to have you here, man. The Spider-Man and Elsa thing, those videos were garbage. They were trash. But this right now has nothing to do with those videos. It had to do with YouTube violating the law, essentially, knowing that kids 13 and under used YouTube and bragging about it multiple times, which is a big no-no. And so we've got to pay for it now. They paid, and now they're passing along the savings to us. You've got classes? Screw the classes! Screw the classes! Get out of there! Get out of there! Stay in school. School isn't for everyone. So yeah, I mean, the FTC is listening, so that's a good thing. Multiple people have talked about this. Isn't there YouTube Kids for them? There is, but it's not. But that really has nothing to do with it. It could have been avoided, but it's still the primary source for kids under 13 is still the main YouTube page, the main YouTube site. I don't know how much of an impact YouTube Kids made, but that's still. I'll link a really good video from Abdallah Smash 026. If you know about him, you know that he's been on top of this COPPA situation since the start. He does a lot of Nintendo related content. Mark, I'll get this one. 89. It's still a good video. It's a good video. It's got like an 89% like to dislike ratio, but it's still good video. I got a call from an anonymous source from YouTube who says he's from a higher up on YouTube. This is Order 66 on YouTube. Execute Order 66. And it is unfortunate that people who've made a living off of this it might get slashed, might get cut, and that is unfortunate. But it is the law now, and so you just have to pay the price. You just have to. Oh, by the way, Matt, I got a new camera. A5100. Continuous autofocus. This is gonna be replacing this. So I'm excited. So yeah. Let me actually go into the video and see.
Covered.
So YouTube creators posted in their community tab. It says, what if children watch? Hey, it's fire. Hey, thanks, man. What if children watch your videos, but it's not meant to target kids? They say, according to the FTC, your content isn't considered directed to children just because some children may see it. Okay? Is animated content made for kids? Is animated content considered made for kids? According to the FTC, just because your video has bright colors or animated characters doesn't mean you're automatically covered by COPPA/made for kids. While many animated shows are directed to kids, the FTC recognizes that there could be animated programming that appeals to everyone. For example, the recently Has Been Hotel. Is that the name? Has Been Hotel? Yeah. That's definitely not for kids. So, and a wide variety of people have watched it and love it. So that could be their exception. Here are some tips from the FTC. It might help to consider how others view your content and content similar to yours. Has your channel been approved on sites that evaluate content for kids? Is your channel or channels like yours mentioned in blogs for parents or young children or in media articles about child-directed content? Have you surveyed your users, or is there other empirical evidence about the age of your audience? If you have to, what Abdallah says here too is that if you have to survey your audience, then you're paranoid, which I don't think so. Let's see. Isn't the FTC, so on the FTC website update from November 22nd, they say, isn't the FTC taking another look at the COPPA rule? They say, yes, the FTC is currently evaluating the COPPA rule, in light of rapid changes in technology. So they're obviously listening. If you'd like to comment on the effectiveness of the COPPA rule and whether changes are needed, the FTC has extended the comment deadline to December 9th. So if you'd like to actually comment about the COPPA rule and how it is going to affect what concerns you have, you could see the comments, some of the comments, I think. You could put your own comment in, respectful and informative comment. Don't be all rude. Just go there and make a little bit of noise. Respectful noise, I should say. And everything will be fine, I hope. And there are people there about like, it's not about the creator's responsibility, it's about the parent's responsibility. And that while some of that is true, yes, like good parenting should include, monitoring what your kids watch online, because you give them the power of you give them the iPad, you give them the iPhone or the tablet. They're gonna go on YouTube, and if you don't monitor what they watch, you wouldn't be the wiser. They could be watching those weird cartoon things again. Don't tell COPPA they're getting a diff ass. Bruh. So yeah, that's the update on COPPA. In terms of how it affects me, I think I'll be okay. I'll just keep going, and I'll put a disclaimer. I already put in my channel description, like, this channel is not intended for children. Oh, and this person I watch, Yub, he's recently. Do I have my thing up? Don't take that out of context. Yeah, there you go. he had this creator I watched named Yub. He has his channel, and he has this channel is not intended for children. Please monitor what your kids watch online. So yeah, Jimmy the Turret, welcome. Hi. 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 How are you? Why can't you do a skill testing question for users? To use it? To use the site? I don't know. It may just be tedious. I don't know. Again, that wouldn't really help, because they just if there's children that can't do math or whatever, they'll just ask their older brother or parents or whatever. I don't know. I'm not a problem solver. I don't know the one solution to fix all this, nor do I know what it is. But what's this stream about? Well, it's about a lot of things. First off, the reason why it's called Getting Closer. This is Morning Mumbles, by the way. It's getting closer because there's about a couple more weeks left of school for me, and then it's finals and exams and projects, and then I'm free for a little bit. And then we talked about the man in Toronto dumping poo-poo on people, which if you're in Toronto, stay safe. And then we talked about Stadia a little bit, and now we're talking about Kappa and the updates surrounding it, and how certain YouTubers are putting some fear-mongering tactics in people's heads. To be honest, it worked on me for a little bit, but once you see the actual facts behind it, it was clear. Ba, 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 ba. Then those kids gonna play outside. Yeah, kids, go outside. Go outside. How many kids you see now go outside? How many kids? How many? None. Because they're all inside with their iPad.
Yeah, kids, you whippersnappers, with your iPads and your telephones. Back in my day, better go out and play with stickball. You know what stickball is? It was a ball and a stick.
Okay, Grandpa.
Ah!
And he dies. I think Chadtronic was one of the first people to spread awareness about this. He's one of the fear mongers, but I don't really believe that. It's not that people freaking out over this don't have the right to. They certainly do. There's a lot of things that are worrying about Kappa, but as long as you know who your audience is, the audience you're targeting, then I don't think you'll have a problem. Like for me, I've never intended my content for children. My content has never been intended for children or people under 13. I make some innuendos. I made some dirty jokes. So, but if Kappa doesn't see that, they'll just judge it based off whatever.
Whippersnappers, back when I was your age, I launched Beyblades at other kids. And they tried to catch it with their hands, and they're like, oh no! I got the bootleg Beyblades, just so it hurt more.
Talking about PJ.
Let it rip.
Yeah, I don't really have any other. He's like, why is Papa John trending? I'm gonna see. I don't want to see, but I want to see. You greasy potato-headed freak. Oh, it's just a drawing. Okay. What's this?
40 pizzas in the last 30 days. Living currently in Mark Shapiro's.
Wow, he's sweaty.
He has no
He's
pizza
sweaty.
experience. He's never been in the pizza category. I would just say, stay tuned. The day of reckoning will come. The record.
Papa John's ex-CEO says in viral interview that he ate more than 40 pizzas in 30 days and that the quality has been destroyed, adding that the day of reckoning will come. I don't know what the day of reckoning is in pizza terms, but Mr. Papa John, if you... Mr. Papa, like if I could call you that. He's just sweating profusely. Look how shiny he is. Dear God. Dear God. Rip PJ's drawer. Beyblade drawer. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. He ate 40 pizzas in 30 days. Papa John's my idol. He ate 40 pizzas the past 30 days. Thank you, Ethan. Ba 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 ba. So yeah, people are just freaking out. They have the right to be. Let's talk about actually Pokemon Sword and Shield stuff. Whether this is good or bad news to you, Pokemon Sword and Shield has become the fastest selling Pokemon game of all time. 6 million in the first day, I think. Some weird number like that. 6 million in a certain amount of time. It might be in the first day, it might be like the first few days. But 6 million, I believe. I'm going off memory here. And you know, it could be a good thing for people. Could be people see it as a good thing because you know, Pokemon, huge franchise, right? And people want to see it continue. But at the same time, people have been very critical of the changes that they've made to Pokemon, and they wanted Game Freak to be taught a lesson, you know? And part of me wanted to see whether or not, because they split up the team into two divisions this time. One team was working on Pokemon Sword and Shield, and the other was working on the new IP, Little Town Hero, which a lot of people are also divided on. People like the concept of it, but they say the gameplay is really tedious and slow and confusing. Battles take forever. So, I mean, part of me wonders if they had their whole force behind this, then they could have gotten the resources to, you know, put all the Pokemon in, or add features that have been staples for a long time. I don't know. How many drop frames do I have? Do I have any drop frames? No. Yeah, so I haven't gotten it yet. I might, but I'll probably get Luigi's Mansion 3 first. But yeah, this is like the first Pokemon game that I've. No, it's actually the second game that I've skipped. I didn't get Let's Go, and I don't think I'll be getting this one. But if the Pokemon are cool, the new Pokemon are nice. If the new Pokemon game adds features that, you know, were staples before, that I had fond memories of. I think I started playing during the Diamond and Pearl days, when it was Diamond and Pearl. And as I got older, I went back and played the other ones. Why are these ads in Consola? Is it what? I don't know. Yeah, so if Game Freak, if you're listening, I don't think you are in this particular case, but go reevaluate what people have been asking for, you know. And if it was a tough decision, then then you just gotta mix it. I know there are sacrifices to be made, yes, but when will the line be crossed? When is the line drawn? And when is it crossed? I don't know, weird line that we walk upon here. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna end it off here. I really have nothing else to talk about. Streams and videos will be coming back soon. One last Morning Mumbles stream on Tuesday, and then next Tuesday with testing out the new camera, and then we'll be back in business hopefully soon after December 12th. There's a phone. Let's see who it is. Together. Random number. I'm gonna mute myself for a second. So yeah, let me show the new camera real quick. So it came with a kit lens. This is the 16 to 50 millimeter. So it starts off about as wide. It starts off a little wide, like just as wide as the one right now. But the zoom is significantly less, so it could like only go this far. So yeah, not a huge deal. I don't really use the full zoom anyway, but it would it was always nice to have like the zoom just to zoom in on my face every so often. I can do it digitally, so it's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna end it off here. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching this after the fact, after the stream goes live, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? How'd you mess that up so bad? How did you mess that up? Dennis, I tried to donate with Loose, but it didn't work. It didn't work. Really? Did not go through? Well, I appreciate it nonetheless, Dennis. And unfortunately, you've come to the end of the stream. But I just want to say real quick, new camera. Gonna be testing this out next week. And yeah, thank you for stopping by, Dennis. And to everyone else watching at home, if you like what you see, like, subscribe, follow, all that cool jazz. Do the stuff. Do it. Do it. You won't. Do it. Bet. You won't. You won't. I'm sorry, Dennis. I promise there'll be more streams. I don't promise, but I'll do my best for more streams soon. Very, very soon. That way you'll have more to watch. Everyone else will have more to watch. But no, that's the worst. Whatever. Love you, man. You're the best. Oh, well, thank you, Dennis. I love you all. Love you guys. Love you all. Fight the peace, my friends. Hope you have a great rest of your day. See y'all next time. Goodbye. What a great song to be ending on. See you later.